we're going to be doing very first Paintalong. You can use pretty much any color paint. You just need black, white, and an accent color. And you need any size canvas. I'm going to be using an 8x10. But you can even do it landscape, you can do a portrait. I tried to pick something that is going to be very customizable because I realize not everybody has access to the same things. So I wanted to just make it very, very accessible. We're going to be using 3 colors today. I made it really, really simple. I didn't want to get too complex. I don't want to throw you all off. I don't want people who have no idea of color theory to be, you know, overwhelmed. So we're using black and white. Any acrylic paints will do. I'm using Artist Loft Mars Black because that's what I have. And Liquitex Basics Titanium White. Again, because that's what I have. I will also be using my Liquitex Basics Cadmium Orange Hue. I wanted to use something that like I don't typically use. It's kind of like a neon orange. Maybe you can see why I don't often use it. I don't know. It's not really in my like palette. Paint in Photoshop with your mouse? Do it, man. Do it. Totally do it. I'm hyped. I'm fucking hyped. I wanted to make it really accessible. I wanted to make it something that, like, you could do it with pen, like, you could do it with marker, you could do it with acrylic, you could do it with oil, watercolor, like, whatever medium that you feel comfortable in or you wanna have fun in today. You know, that's what we're gonna be working in. I'm gonna be working in acrylic. I wanted to pick something that like you can pick up at the dollar store. The scene or the theme that I want to do is rainy night. This was something that I kind of threw together in, I don't know, like 10-15 minutes. So I didn't even let the paint dry. Like I didn't do a lot of detailing that I'm going to be doing in this piece. You'll also notice that this is in landscape. This is in portrait. I also wanted to make it really clear that it doesn't matter what size canvas you use. I'm going to be using an 8x10 just because I have a lot of those and I like the size. They're small enough that I can kind of do a lot of detail pretty quickly, so I'll be able to explain a lot without taking a long time. Hopefully? Question mark? We'll see. ... You'll also notice that I used blue for my accent color. And I'm going to be doing orange for this. You could use green, red, whatever the heck color you want. It really is your world, you know. You can accent it however the heck you want. I'm just gonna walk you through the steps. I like to wet my brush personally. As far as brushes go, I'm honestly probably only going to be using 2. I never really use more than 3 brushes, I think, for a canvas. So I'm using this wash brush. Hey, brush. Listen, brush. I'm using this wash brush. It's just a flat brush. If you're using a larger canvas, you'll probably want to use a larger brush. I'm also going to be using this filbert head brush. I love filberts. Probably my favorite brush head. Fun fact. Brush is brush. I'm gonna load my colors up in my palette. I'm gonna make a dark gray color. I guess I'll do this here. I'm gonna make a dark gray color. So not black. I don't want it to be black because we're gonna be doing some of our detailing in black, so we want that to show. We want that to be separate from our background. And I'm just gonna put that at the very bottom and the very top of the canvas. Okay. Now, no matter whether you're doing this in landscape or in portrait, you want to put your figure so that the top of their head is maybe this much above the horizon line. So you're going to take black and this is why we didn't use black for our background. You can do your figure in the center, you can do your figure off to the side. I recommend doing them slightly off to the side, which is where I'll be placing mine. For the legs, roughly the size that you did for the torso, that's what you're going to do for the legs. However, before you do this, you're going to take your accent color. Now we're going to add it to our palette. I'm cleaning my brush. Just drying it off a little. Okay, so I've mixed. Ooh, can you see that? Heckin' A. There we go. So I've mixed white and my kind of like neon orange, I don't know, color. And I'm going to place that in a circle, or I guess more of an oval. How do I describe this? the center of where the bottom of his feet will be. Does that make sense? So roughly at the bottom of his feet, you're going to draw a circle or an oval or paint. And again, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It doesn't have to be a clean circle. I like my brush strokes a little messy. I want that to dry, and I want to add a more like white color of this. Actually, maybe I can just do that while it's still wet. Take advantage of it. I'm like, wait, just because it's acrylic doesn't mean I can't apply my oils knowledge. Just to kind of create like a radiating light. Style option. If you so choose, you can also make your horizon line this color. Your accent color, to kind of give the glow that the whole, city is, or the wherever is lit up in this glow, in this light. Style option. Let's see if I can get the effect I want. It's such a sheer color without the titanium white. It almost needs a little bit of titanium white. That's why I don't use this color very much. I like colors that can like stand their own. You can make this a man, you can make this a lady. It's up to you. But I'm going to show you how to do legs. You can turn it into a skirt pretty easily. Just fill it in. Same with if you want to add some hair, you can just add that to the silhouette. You want to start from the center of the circle and draw up to the figure. Probably going to make my figure a little taller. Hello, I'm back, sorta. Welcome, sorta, back, kind of, a little, maybe. Hello. Now, depending on which direction you want your person to be walking, I want mine to be walking that way, so that's why I kind of drew this line a little bit off center to the left. So we're going to draw a leg that, or paint a leg that is not quite connecting, but from the bottom, angled, and then connecting it with the rest of the body, angled again, as if they're walking. Now we don't want this person getting all wet, so we're also going to be painting an umbrella. I just need to get some more black paint on my hand? No, on my canvas. Or, well, yes, but on my palette. Ooh, that's a lot of pigment. Just want to fill it in a little bit. It's a little sheer, and I don't like that. Okay, to add our umbrella, Ella, A. The reason why I didn't get too detailed with the head is because I'm going to cut it in half. Shock, gasp, horror. Oh, what? Cutting right across. I'm going to draw like a semi-oval. Not quite a semicircle, but like a semi-oval. I keep saying draw, but I mean paint. I'm painting, but I'm like drawing with my paintbrush. And I'm just gonna fill that in. Umbrella head. Who you? Well, I mean, if you think about it and you're holding an umbrella, it's often like pretty much right here in a silhouette. You're not really gonna see an individual handle unless you're holding your umbrella outward, which maybe in your painting, in your world, maybe your figure is. Who am I to say? But if the center of the umbrella is above your head, so is the handle. All right, we're going to do our light source. Now, my first light source, I'm going to have the bottom be the same level. So we want that to be the same, I guess, horizon line as their feet. And I'm gonna just make a triangle. And that's the base. That's the base of my lamppost. Remember, I'm keeping it pretty simple for now. If I have extra time, I might downsize my paintbrush and do some extra details, but we'll see. Next, I'm going to just draw a straight line, or as straight as I can get it. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap so that I can put my light source there. It was fun. My next light source, I'm going to do a little bit further away. I'm going to do at the horizon line, or at least like roughly a little below it. And a little in front of this lamppost. My third light source I'm doing slightly above the horizon line. Alright, I'm gonna take that orangish color, that kind of neon orange, and I'm gonna take a little bit of titanium white just to kind of give it, I don't know, more strength, because it seems to be really sheer if I don't. And I'm just gonna place that in the center of that gap. And it's okay if it kind of spills over onto the outline because you kind of want it to. It's light. Bounces off everything. And I'm just kind of dry brushing it. Outwards in a circular motion. Hey, Nan. Gonna get some more paint on my brush. I just want to concentrate the pigment in the center where the light source would be. The rest of the light wouldn't be as strong. Since I have excess paint on my brush, I'm gonna keep going with the other lampposts and light sources. Be careful not to hit your figure, because we're going to highlight that one separately. Loading up my brush once more with a slightly lighter color, just to concentrate the light source. And I'm only doing that lighter color on the nearest two, not in the third one, because we want that to be pushed further in the back, so we don't highlight it as much. That's why we take an almost white, not pure white, but almost white, to our most forefront light source. Now I wiped a lot of the pigment off my brush, and our figures should be dry by now. We're going to look at where our light sources are. So this could be different depending on how you've laid out your painting. Your light may not fall where the light falls on my figure. We're looking at this and we see, okay, there's definitely our accent color on the top of the umbrella, on this side at least. We don't know what's happening over there. It's dark. It's a dark hole. It's a black hole. Light cannot escape it. There's no light, only darkness. And we can see that the feet are lit. But this would cast a shadow because it's protecting him from the rain. So this would cast a shadow. Which is why the light will probably fall to about there on our figure in this painting. And I don't think his front leg is immune to light, so I'm gonna highlight that as well. Since this person isn't floating in a void, this is obviously going to cast light on the sidewalk. So I'm going to do light falling, taking a sort of damp but like not really wet paintbrush and just dragging it down from the base of the lamppost. And it doesn't have to be, make sure like you're not loading your paintbrush up with pigment. You don't want a solid line, because it is raining, and that can kind of cause patterns and break up light and play with light. I think they stopped. Alright, I just have to mix up more color. I'm gonna do the same on this one. I'll have a good night, Alan. Hopefully we'll see you later, but if not, then we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, now comes the last part of our painting. Because we've established that it's nighttime in our piece, but here come in some fun ways that you can customize your painting. Because I said it was rainy night, I'm gonna put some raindrops. So I'm gonna take my white and I'm gonna take my accent color, which is quote unquote neon orange, but like, I don't know, this is like salmon as hell. But yeah, I don't want it to be too like white. I want it to be more of the accent color, so a little bit darker. And I'm just gonna boop, boop, boop. If you decide you want to add a second person, it would be really simple. You basically just do the same as you did here, creating a circle, a smaller blob, although you might want to angle it inwards because they're trying to huddle under the umbrella. And legs just, you know, here, not here. I think it's time to sign our masterpiece. You can take a small liner brush, or I'm just going to use the same kind of small-ish brush that I was using before because I'm fun like that. Oh, another customization option. I just remembered. Totally optional. But if you want to add another light source, or if you're feeling like, hey, my canvas is really big, or I made my figure and my light source very small and there's a lot of empty canvas available. Another thing that you can add, because it is nighttime, maybe there's a moon. Thank you so much for watching my very first paint along of hopefully many to come. If you did follow along and you want to share your work, I would love to see it. So make sure you @Paint with Jade on social media, and be sure to subscribe and like this video so that I know to keep making more of these for you. Until next time, my friends, have a wonderful today and an excellent tomorrow.